What the heck is going on here? I want to say that, you have finally understood who you're dealing with. You finally know who exactly you're dealing with, and you see them for who they are. But there's actually a lot about this person that you don't know. I mean, they might be going through depression. They might be holding secrets. They might be keeping some. It's like what you thought was going on, Scorpio, is not what was going on at all. Okay? What you thought this person was doing, you thought this person was just like strategizing and being like evil and conniving, right? It's like they were acting like this because they have some type of like problem, some kind of like issue. They have some issues that are deeper than you know, Scorpio. Mm-mm-mm. This is deep. This is deep because the whole time, I was getting on you about stopping, the scheming and the plotting, right? So that you can turn around and actually see things for what they really are. I feel like right now you're okay. Like you're good. You've come to your senses. You're good. But the real problem here is this person, whoever you were dealing with, somebody has issues. Somebody has some real deep issues, Scorpio. Because I'm seeing the death card here, and I feel like this card is just saying like, Scorpio, you're good. You're good. You don't have no worries. You don't have no problems. You're okay. Okay? You're fine. But somebody else around you or certain circumstances around you is not okay. And they need to be transformed in a really harsh way. They need to be transformed in the way that you usually do things, which is by going to like the depths, the darkest places, and uncovering the truth, right? That's how this person has to overcome their demon, and that's going to be hell for them. That's going to be hell for them, and that's why they've been like this all their life. Because they've been escaping some kind of painful, hurtful memory or something, or some kind of deep, painful, hurtful childhood insecurity. They've been avoiding it by being cold and aloof. This is deep. And you would like this person to be a little more open, a little more welcoming. You want them to be a little more welcoming. Like when they're like this, there's no getting through to them. There's no talking to them. You can't even approach this person because you're so scared to approach them. You just feel like he's just gonna cut your head off. The minute you say something that he doesn't like, he's gonna cut your head off. This person is a little more welcoming. You know, she still has a sword, but you have a feeling that you could reason with her, right? You could kind of reason with her and she'll see reason. This person doesn't look like he's gonna see any reason. He thinks in black and white, no gray areas. So he's scary to approach. Like he's unapproachable. And Scorpio, right now that you're seeing things for what they really are, like you're not tripping anymore. You're not like trying to strategize anything because you've seen that this person has a deep issue. Like at first you were kind of like trying to wage war, right? At first it was like you were upset. But now it's like you've seen that their issues have nothing to do with you. Their issues have absolutely nothing to do with you. Their issues are beyond you. It's something totally different. So you're like, oh, okay, that's cool. Okay, but if they just soften up a little bit, maybe we can talk. You know, maybe I can try to, I don't know, talk to them, approach them, have a conversation with them, but I cannot have a conversation with them when they're like this. Maybe if they soften up a little bit and welcome me. You see how she's welcoming people? Maybe if they welcome me in, I can try to help. Because I'm I'm an expert in dealing with this kind of situation. Like Scorpio, you live here. This is your home. This is depression to a lot of people, but this is like your home. This is where you live, right? You are skilled at deep dealing with like deep issues. You're skilled at dealing with dark issues. You are an expert at dealing with dark matters. So it's nothing big for you to deal with these things. Whatever issues this person has, you can solve it in 2.5 seconds. You can be like, okay, let's sit down. Let's get quiet about it. Let's heal this thing. Let's, try to come to some type of healing. But they're being defensive with you. They're being defensive about it. They're being defensive about it, but low key still waiting on you to approach them while they're like this. They're being defensive, but deep down inside they're like this and wanting this and this. But they're mad guilty. They're guilty. Because they know they effed up. They know they effed up. By partying, drinking, being just out there, doing the most. They don't want to speak the truth because it's going to be nasty. It's going to be, God knows what they've done, right? And they probably don't think that you can handle it, but you're a Scorpio. I mean, you can handle anything. But they're acting like this. They're acting like, they're super confused, trying to find another way out of this. They're trying to find a way out of it. And there's no other way. There's no other way out of it except through the truth. That's the only thing that's going to set them free. They're guilty. Low-key wanting this, but don't know how. Because they're still being defensive while they're waiting for you to come and heal them. And Scorpio, you're like, okay, I mean, I can try, but you're going to have to come down a notch and welcome me in. You're going to have to welcome me in. Because I don't want any new beginning with you, knowing that you're screwed up. I don't want to deal with no crazy person. Sorry to say it like that. But if you have these deep issues, I'm sorry. You're not gonna keep hurting me and expect me to just be like pouring out love to you. Like, that is not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. I'm not going to love. I'm not going to give unconditional love to somebody who clearly has a problem. Clearly has a problem. Clearly. Okay? And I see that you're racking your brain trying to figure it out. Scorpio, I do see this as you. Obviously, this could easily be, the other party. That's a given. I mean, if somebody's going through depression, it's obviously they're like this. But even more so, it's good to see that you really care, Scorpio. Because if you didn't care, you won't be feeling like this. You really care about their well-being. I mean, you really want to find a solution to help them out. But you know what? You can't help someone that doesn't want to be helped until they decide to want to solve their issues. What can you do about it? And you know that you can't keep giving love to somebody that doesn't see that they have a problem, that doesn't acknowledge that they have a problem. You can't keep pouring yourself, because you're just going to pour and pour and pour and pour until you're like this. So you know that you can't keep doing this. But where does that leave you guys? Because there's a happy home here that could be established. That'll be nice. That'll be lovely. It'll be really cool. But when people are acting like this and like this and trapping themselves in their own insecurities, then I don't know how that's going to work out. I don't know how that's going to work out. Okay? You want to help, but they have to welcome you in first. They have to open up and welcome discussion in order for you to help. So let's see really what this is all about. And then we'll try to see what the insecurity is all about. Okay? Right. So I definitely think that this is you. This is you. Like I said, I commend you, Scorpio, for the big heart that you have. Like that's really great that you're having such like compassion towards this person. Like you really want to solve things because you know, okay, first of all, you got the Two of Pentacles, the Emperor, and then this Victory card. So you know that this person is confused. Like I said, you have figured it out. You have finally understood like what exactly is going on here. Okay? So you're no longer angry, you're no longer trying to retaliate, you're no longer trying to scheme and plot because you finally see that this person is just confused. Honestly, it's not even me. They're just confused in their life as a whole, right? They're just confused. And you know that you have the power to solve it. You can easily solve you can easily help them figure this thing out, and it will lead to victory for both of you, right? Because right now you're not happy, they're not happy. Most especially them, they're definitely feeling like this, but they're putting themselves here. Like they put themselves in this position by not wanting to open up and admit to their faults and admit to their wrongs. They put themselves here. There's nothing you can do about it. You cannot continue to do this to somebody that doesn't want help. Somebody who thinks that they're right. Someone who thinks that they know everything. Someone who is staunch in their stance. You cannot help a person like that. Right? So you had to just let them be like this. You didn't like it, but you had to do it. But now you're in this position because you're like, well, I know I have the power to do it and I know it's going to lead to victory, but I can't do it until they do something about it. I can't do it until they come to me and want help. Until they open up to me, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm not going to intrude in their lives. The emperor doesn't go to his people in his kingdom and intrude into their lives. Intrude into the emperor doesn't go from door to door to people's homes and says, hey, I'm here to check to see if you have any problems. People come to the emperor if they have issues, right? They come to him to solve their problems. He doesn't go to them. The emperor cannot get off his throne to go door to door to somebody to figure out what their issues are. He doesn't do that. The emperor does not make house calls. People come to the emperor with their issues, and he helps them. He helps them out of this. You can liken the emperor to like the Hierophant, which is like the church. The church won't necessarily come to you, but you can always find sanctuary in the church. You can always go into the church and find sanctuary there. So, Scorpio, you know this. You know that you cannot intrude in another person's life. If they want to live a life like this, that's the life they have chosen in one way or another. But you know that you have the power to help them. And it's making you sad. It's making you sad. That you have to walk away from something that, you know, something that could be victorious, something that could be really good. You have to walk away anyway because somebody doesn't want to see the truth. So that's what I saw here. Now let's see what this fear is all about. Let's see what this dark fear is all about, okay? Oh, okay. Okay. So somebody has been extremely heartbroken, and I mean, their heart is damaged. Their heart is so damaged that they have gone to the dark side. And yeah, somebody is so damaged. They don't know how to love. Don't know how to love. Don't know how to love. It's just what I see. That's my easiest explanation. I mean, this card is a card of like courtship, like when you have reached to the stage of dating and you're out here and you're dating, right? You're looking for your lifelong partner. This person was so damaged in their life, in love, that they do not know how to form a healthy relationship. They don't know how to have a healthy, normal relationship. All the relationships that they have are codependent, are addictive, obsessive, a lot of power struggles. It's all about power, having power over people, being cold and dry, not expressing their emotions, not expressing their feelings at all. Okay? They're damaged. And so they are super afraid of doing the healthy thing that healthy people do in relationships when they cause issues or they do something that upsets the other person, to just come and say, hey, you know what, maybe I did do wrong, or maybe that was my fault, let me just I'm sorry, forgive me, and I'll do better, and then try to do better. They do not know how to do that. They cannot do that. That simple, basic give and take, they don't know about it. They don't know about that at all. They're used to being relationships where they just dominate, where they just dominate. It's all about them. They just give and give. They just take and take and take, and people will give. And that's why they are expecting this from you. And you're like, no, I can't do that. Cannot do that. Yeah. I feel like they were hurt by words. They were hurt by words. Like somebody used words, communication, the mind to damage them. Somebody used the mind to damage them, Scorpio. That's why they learn, usually when people are abused, they become just like their abuser. Whatever whatever tactic was used to abuse a person, they become just like that. So they learned this from whoever did it to them. So honestly, Scorpio, I don't know how you're gonna really like fix this or how you can even solve this. I feel like just pray because how I don't. Mm-mm. I nah. This is the kind of thing that needs professional help. I don't know. Like I wouldn't. I have Pluto in Scorpio, and as much as Scorpio, you're used to dealing with deep issues. Do you want to deal with? You don't want to deal with this. You don't. You don't want to deal with it, but it just sucks because here we are, right? It just sucks. It sucks because there's passion here. There's faith. There's love, innocence. You know, but I don't know what, and so I see why you're just confused about it. My advice, you're doing the right thing, Scorpio. You're doing the right thing. Wait until they open up. Just if they decide to, come through and talk about it. Um, you can be there to let them, but they really need to be sincere and they really need to want to change. They really need to want to get over this once and for all in their life. They really have to be serious about conquering this thing. But when people have these kind of like issues and it has already become part of their person, like it's already set in stone. Like this is already their personality. Okay, this is already their characteristic. This is just what you're hoping for. You're just hoping that they would do this. But this is who they really are. This is who they really are. Like I told you in April, this person is all mine and you cannot over strategize them. Just give up. I told you that, right? You thought I was playing? You thought I was lying? No. They are all mind. And you will not win. This personality is already set in stone. They've been like this for their whole lives. This thing happened in their childhood. Okay? That's why it's such a deep rooted subconscious insecurity. This is on the subconscious level. They don't even know about it. They don't even know that they're like this. Right? They don't even know about this, and that's why they're playing the victim. That's why they're probably like, oh, you abandoned me and you left me out in the cold, and they think they're the victim. Even though they know what they did. But they just feel like they should still be loved anyway. Because it wasn't their fault that they were hurt. It wasn't their fault that they were damaged. Right? So they feel like they should still have this. No. I'm sorry. Sucks that you were damaged. Sucks that you were hurt. But we all have to deal with something on this level at some point in our lives if we want to move ahead and achieve what we truly desire. We all have to face our deepest fears. If we really want to get what we truly want, yeah, it comes a time. And we either choose to do it or not. We're either strong or we're not. So, yeah. Yeah. Although you have the power, Scorpio, although you can just be here to, kind of point this person in the right direction, tell them what kind of resources they might be able to use to help them, be there for more support. Although you can do all of that for them, if they don't want it, if they don't come to you for it, there's nothing you can do. Okay? Yeah. Okay, so that's all I have for you for the month of May, Scorpio. Until next time.